Faith that pleases God. The story of Noah and the Ark. The story of Noah and the Ark teaches powerful lessons about obedience, righteousness, and trusting God even when others refuse to do so. During Noah's time, the earth had become filled with violence, corruption, and wickedness. People had turned away from God and were living according to their own desires without regard for what was right. In the midst of this broken and sinful world, Noah stood out as a righteous man who chose to walk faithfully with God. Because of Noah's integrity and obedience, God found favor in him and entrusted him with an important mission. God told Noah that he would send a great flood to cleanse the earth of its wickedness, but he also gave Noah instructions to build a large ark that would preserve his family and pairs of every living creature. Building the ark was not a simple task. It required great effort, patience, and faith. Noah had to follow God's instructions carefully, even though there was no sign of rain or flood at the time. Many people around him likely doubted him, mocked him, or ignored the warning completely. Yet Noah continued to trust God and obey his commands without hesitation. His obedience showed that true faith means believing and acting on God's word even when circumstances seem uncertain or when others do not understand. When the time came, Noah, his family, and the animals entered the ark, and the rain began to fall. For 40 days and 40 nights, the floodwaters covered the earth, destroying everything outside the ark. But inside the ark, Noah and those with him were safe because they had trusted and followed God's instructions. After the waters eventually receded, the ark rested on dry land, and Noah stepped out into a renewed world. In that moment, God made a covenant with humanity and placed a rainbow in the sky as a sign of his promise never again to destroy the earth with a flood. This story reminds us that faith often requires obedience even when we cannot see the full outcome. Noah's life demonstrates that righteousness and trust in God can protect and guide us even in difficult times. It also shows that standing for what is right may sometimes make a person different from those around them, but God honors those who remain faithful. The story of Noah and the ark therefore encourages believers to trust God completely, obey his guidance, and remain faithful even when the world chooses a different path.